Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll explore a crucial aspect of chess that every player faces at some point: how to defend a losing position. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when the game isn't going your way, but with the right strategies, you can salvage draws or even turn the game around. Let's get into the principles you need to keep in mind. First, in blue, we have the technical aspects. Solidify your position. One key principle is to reposition your pieces to fortify your defense and ensure your king is safe from attacks. A good example of solidifying your position is a rook and pawn fortress where white cannot make any progress even though it is up a queen. Then this configuration of the rook and the pawn makes a perfect defense. Always be on the lookout for counterplay. Even in a losing position, tactical opportunities can arise. Identify potential threats that can force your opponent to respond defensively. When creating counterplay, you evaluate the material that you have and the options available to you. So in this case, I was playing the black pieces, and the only option is to push his pawns. So after a few moves, I trade pawns, and I am creating some counterplay. So black can never advance the king over here because I can get a queen, and then the game is going to fizzle out into a draw, as white has poor technique in finishing the game. So here, this is going to be a draw by repetition. Trade down if possible. If you are down in material, consider trading pieces. Simplifying the position can sometimes alleviate pressure and make it easier to defend. When thinking about trades, you want to get rid of the most powerful piece of the opponent. In this case, the knight was very powerful for black, so I traded, and then the game is going to end up in a draw. Even though here black has a rook and I have a bishop, it's not that easy to make any progress. So yeah, this game ended in a draw, as I am covering all the key squares, and this is going to be a draw by repetition. Stay active. Don't just sit back, stay active. Look for ways to engage your remaining pieces. Active pieces can create threats, complicating your opponent's plans. Limit your opponent's options. Aim to restrict your opponent's movement. Control key squares and limit their piece mobility to create potential counter chances. When looking for limiting the opponent's options, try to look for forcing moves, like in this one, giving a check and then capturing this bishop. Protect weak pawns. If you have weak pawns, ensure they're protected. Weak pawns can become targets for your opponent, and safeguarding them can help stabilize your position. Now, create counter threats. Look for ways to create counter threats. Generating a threat might force your opponent to divert their attention, allowing you to improve your position. In this game, white is completely winning. He plays e6, and then black creates a counter threat, which is on g6, and then white oversees it by playing f5. So the game ends up in a checkmate. In yellow, we have the psychological aspects. Recovery can take time, so focus on making small improvements to your position rather than trying to force a comeback all at once. Patience is key. Stay calm and composed. First and foremost, stay calm. Maintaining a level head is essential, as panicking can lead to blunders. Take a moment to collect your thoughts and assess the position clearly. Never give up. It's important to remind yourself, never give up. Many games have turned around because one player made a mistake. Stay resilient and keep looking for resources within the position. This is a good example of why you should never resign. I am completely losing with white, but then black is going to miss the winning move. So this is forcing, then I go here, and then this is a stalemate. And don't forget about time management. Use your thinking time wisely to avoid time trouble, especially when under pressure. Prioritize critical moves and stay focused. Defending a losing position is challenging, but by applying these principles, you can navigate tough situations more effectively. Remember to stay calm, analyze your position, and look for chances to turn the tide. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more chess insights.